Run rising kingdom greetings, great awakening. I trust all is well. I trust everybody is doing well at this time, wherever you are, whatever season you're in. It is just an amazing time that we are in, you know, just an amazing time that we are in. And so much we have learned, so much we have learned, so much we have gone through, so much we have experienced, so much we have encountered. And it is mind blowing over the past 5 years for some of us that is awakening and knowing who we are and knowing where we come from. And there's still all of this debate and fight and all these different things going on in terms of what is happening. And so, as I contemplated and really was trying my hardest to not do this live, do this broadcast, was like, better do it. Um, because we have
And we are so much more spiritual than they would want us to believe, when we are so much more than this flesh, I should say, than they want us to believe. I believe because we've been inside of various psychosis for so long, so many, what they call it, I can say, so many breeding camps. And when I say breeding camps, it necessarily means in terms of um, birthing camps, in terms of sleeping with people. But I said breeding camps in terms of indoctrination and teaching. And so whatever they taught us, we regurgitated. Whatever, whoever we were under, we became an extension of them with our dogma and the way we see things and the way we treat people and how we believe that we are the what you call it, the elite. Just like how the elite believe that they are superior to everyone. And so we begin to pick up that same arrogance, that same ego. We begin to pick up that same way of thinking. And it's sad. It's sad. And so I came to talk to you about Kenya, about the spirituality of Kenya, the spirituality of the continent of Africa. Um, and it's so much more than we could even think or even imagine. Because what I realized, everyone has every tribe. Let me put it like this: every tribe, whether it's Bantu, whether it's Nilot, whether it's Kushite, whether it's Hamite, no matter the tribe, every one of them have a creation story. Every one of them have their own place of origin that they talk about. Even though all the stories may sound similar, everybody have their own belief system, their own spirituality and the way they do things, their own rituals that they do, their own passage of rites that they do, their own burial in terms of what they do in terms of when somebody transitions from this world. You understand? And so that's why I could say Kenya is spiritual, but the continent of Africa in itself is so spiritual. And we as a melanated people are very spiritual. But we get caught up in dogmas and the rat race of religion. And there's a difference between religion and spirituality, big time. Because religion is denominations, whether you are, what you call this thing, not even denomination, religions are different groups. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Hindu, whether you are Christian, whether you understand? And then you have the denomination is a whole totally different thing. Because the denomination comes with Christianity. Even the Muslims have sects. So it isn't all of them may be Muslims, like they say all of them is Christians, but not all Christians are Baptists, not all Christians are Catholics, not all Christians are Anglicans or Presbyterians or Seventh-day Adventists or Jehovah's Witnesses, but they all fall under the banner of Christianity. So now I learned with the Muslims, they have different sects. So this set and the next set, and just like how Christianity, the churches break off from one church to the next church, Muslims do the same thing. They break off from one to break off the. You could go in one small and you'll find 10 churches. Guess what? You could go in one small area and find 10 mosques. Believe it or not. You could walk a mile radius and find 10 mosques, just like how you could walk a mile radius and find 10 churches. So a lot of times we look at spirituality through the eyes or through the lens of those who taught us what spirituality is, and not because we took our time and research, study, or even just sit still. Let me say this, the best teacher is the divine creator. The best teacher is your inner self. The best teacher is that still small voice. That's the best teacher. You can read all the books you want. You can do all the research you want, which is okay, which is good. But after you've done all of that, your spirituality is in your own hands and in your own control to sit still and hear from you, hear from your highest self, hear from the divine creator, hear from the source of life, hear from, some say, hear from Tatan Zambi, hear from Sonini Nanini, hear from Guy, hear from Kuswa Congo, hear from Sonini Nanini. For me, listen, I am so liberated and free. The only name I guess I continue, I will not use is JC. Because when you know this person, JC never exists, JC never was. Yes, you could use Yahusha, Yahuwah, you understand me? But, yeah. So, let me get back to Kenya and spirituality. When I say this place is so spiritual, they themselves know, but then they don't know. You know that kind of way, like you know you have an idea, but you don't know the magnitude of the spirituality. You don't know the magnitude of who you are. You don't know the magnitude of the power that work inside of you. And that's what I see. I mean, these people are so spiritual, so spiritual, but yet still they deny, this is it, they deny the power that they have because they've been so indoctrinated or their spirituality has been so downplayed or so demonized that they have this thing where they always got to depend on exterior, like the rest of us got to depend on exterior. But what I realized being here, and when you spend time alone and you spend time in the presence of the Most High, you spend time in that what people consider isolation, but that is not isolation. That's process. You're going through a process. You're being elevated, but the only way to get elevated is you have to be stripped of some things, some ways of thinking, some ways of doing things that you've been so um, adamant in doing a particular way. And so I was having this conversation this morning, I'm saying this again. I'm having a conversation this morning, and in the conversation we was having this morning, you cannot fight spiritual things physically. And I think for me, I know that, I knew that, I practice it, but just hearing it again reinforce what I already know. It helps you to continue in your journey, continue in your walk, continue in your plight, you know? And so a lot of times people come and I'm seeing people come, and because they're not spiritual and what they're not spiritual, they come and they make a mockery, or sometimes they come and they make a fool of themselves. Because when you come to a place that you've never been before, you got to have a level of respect and reverence for that spiritual climate. But there again, a lot of people are not awake to how spiritual Kenya is. So they come here on vacation, they come for the safari, they come for all the other things, but they miss the encounter, the personal encounter that they can have, that can catapult them into a higher level of themselves, whether it's with business, whether it's finances, whether it's their health, because that's the kind of power that is in this land. But you can't play with it, you can't mock it, you can't dabble in and out of it and think that you could just do. I'm telling you, I've learned. And you hear some things, how leaders, I talk about world leaders know the kind of power Kenya has. All the way back to Selassie, all the way back to some of the US presidents, way back to some of the kings and some of the queens. They know the power that Kenya has. They know when they come here seeking that next level spiritually, that next level of insight. So when they come seeking that, they find it, and then they go back and they sit on that seat of power and authority wherever they go. Things start to happen for them because they know the spirituality, they know what they came to encounter. Yes, some people use it for what we call evil, some people use it for good. But it's the same power. It depends on how you use it. There's a very thin line between what they call good and evil. Very thin line. And so I encourage persons, like when you come in here, don't come just for a turnaround and an overnight and just, I come in to have a good time and that's it. Yes, you want to do all of those things, but come and say, I can dedicate one day to just be still and seek the divine creator, seek the most high, seek God, seek Tatanzam, seek Yahusha, and allow myself to be downloaded into, let me see me. What's inside of me that I need to correct? What is the inside of me? What is the power that working in me? What is the this place is so super spiritual. Yes, yes. I have my camera off. I just have the picture up. Yes. So greetings, peace, 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 my brother. Yeah, and so this is why when you let me tell you, let me say this like this. I'm talking about Kenya, right? But one of the things in my travels, whether it's Kenya, whether it's South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria, whether it's the US Virgin Islands, Barbados, the Bahamas, even the US, you cannot go into any territory just casually because every territory have a set of spiritualities, principalities. Remember, according to the script they gave us in the Bible with Daniel, Daniel prayed, and from the very first day he prayed, they said his prayer was answered. But the prince of Persia, the principality of that region, this spiritual thing is, as much as people don't want to acknowledge it, it is real. And it can suppress you or it can liberate you. And so when I come back and talking about the spirituality of Kenya, I invite all near and far. And let me tell you something. From I came here, when I first came, I came in the midst of COVID. I came in the midst of that. But to see the change and the turnaround and see the focus on Kenya more now than it's ever been before. People used to, that's why I tell you, leaders used to come here, but nobody used to know. Nobody used to know. They sneak in and they do what they got to do. They come and receive what they got to receive and they leave. That's how super spiritual this place is. And I really, if I have any Kenyan listeners, Kenyan audience on my YouTube, I would advise you do not let no one hijack your spirituality, the powers that is in here. Think about why people watch this constantly on an annual basis. Like how the Muslims will go to Mecca, come to Kenya. You gotta put on your thinking cap and say, hey, there have to be more to this than what the eyes can see physically. Let me see this spiritually. Let me see it through my spiritual eyes. Don't let me just see this with my physical eyes. Don't let me just hear this with my physical ear. Let me tune in spiritually. Let me turn my frequency. Let me turn my radio station that I could get a clear broadcast. You don't want to be in between two stations. You want clear broadcast. Clear broadcasting. So you would know that what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, and even the download of what you know is factual, you know? And so don't play with your spirituality. Don't play with who you are. Because at the end of the day, your spirituality is what is going to take you to that next level in your life as you continue on this journey because we're on a journey. And even when what they call death comes, it's still not death. It's transitioning. We transition from life to life. We transition from this physical life and this body as we know it to spiritual life, which is the unknown to us right now. But it's known to us. That's why I say we have to understand, overstand, and understand. Because if we don't, it's going to be a problem. you know. So I encourage you. And as I am, like I said, as I'm here still in Kenya, um, embracing my spirituality, embracing this walk, this journey, and understanding the power that's in this land, understanding the power that these people, what these people have gone through. Hey, I mean, I understand what's going on in Congo. Yes, I understand what's happening in Congo. I'm not downplaying Congo. I'm not downplaying the genocide that happened in Libya. I'm not downplaying the apartheid inside South Africa. And the other thing, let me tell you something. When they had the uprising here in Kenya, this is how spiritual this thing is with the Mau Maus and stuff like that. Do you understand that the Mzungus, the Caucasian people that lived in the highlands of Kenya, were the ones that went down to South Africa? We got to do the research. Yes, we understand the colonizers, and yes, we understand all these things, but they went down there, and you can imagine the vengeance, the bitterness, the hate they went down there with because they got chased out of Kenya. That's why for the longest time it was hard for a Kenyan to go to South Africa to visit. Hardest time for them to obtain a visa because those Caucasian people put some rules and regulations in place because they got their backsides whoop. Why do you think it's so hard with Haiti? Haiti whooped the French backside. And you know the thing is Haiti turned around and helped America whoop the French again. You know, there's a saying said, don't bite the hands that feed you. But one of the things I realize is we tend to forget the people that was there for us in the trenches when our backs was against the wall, when we was hitting that hard place and we had nowhere else to turn. The spirituality is serious. And then, like I said earlier, every tribe in Kenya have their creation story. And there's 47 tribes here. 47 or 42? I gotta make the correction. I'm not sure between 47 and 42. I know there's 47 counties. That's a story for another day. 47 counties, and each county is as if you go to a different country. I'm telling you, this place is so beautiful, it's so massive. As small as they try to make it look, it is so massive. 50 plus million people. 50 plus million people living just Kenya alone. I ain't talking about Tanzania. I ain't talking about the continent of Africa. Just Kenya, 52 million or 54 million. It might be more now. So think of the spirituality. Think of all the beautiful insights, the powers that these people have that is untapped into. Think about the seers here, people tell, who could practice telepathy, people who could shift from being a human to being an animal, people who could just disappear in front of you and appear someplace else, people who hands can just, you can stretch your hands out and you just feel fire coming from their hands. People who could open up their mouth and make a sound. Everything got to stop and stand still. This is the kind of spirituality and kind of power that is here. That our Caucasian brothers and sisters don't want you to know. That those are the elites don't want you to know. They want us as melanated people to continue to fear one another, to continue to be back and forward with one another. And let me tell you something. I know that not all skin folks is skin folks, not because these bunch of everybody melanated means that they have melanated people best interests at heart. There are some melanated people that carry on just like the Caucasian Asian, there are some Caucasian people who carry on like the melanated people. There are some melanated people, they come inside here as sleepers for the enemy to cause chaos, to cause trauma, to cause trouble, to cause problems. You understand? And so I could say this, and I'm not a spokesperson for Kenya. I see so many people now doing things for Kenya and inviting you for medical tourism and all the business tourism and all the other tourisms and stuff like that to Kenya. But I could say from the spiritual aspect of it, so Kenya is very spiritual. You want to come in tune with your enlightenment, you want to come in tune with your higher self, you want to come in tune with your spirituality, I invite you to come and just spend a week just for that. Not to go for a safari, not to go to see the nightlife, not to go in the malls, but to bring your body into subjection, bring your spirit into subjection, so you could take yourself to that next level, that next realm, that next dimension that you want to experience so badly. It's possible. That's how super spiritual this place is. And yes, there are some things happening, there are some things transpiring, there's a lot of stuff. But I would give you this. You could be in the world, but not of it. You could be in the midst of chaos all around you, but be so at peace with yourself and in your space that all the chaos that is going on, you'll be like, what? That happened? I could be honest with you. Oh, that's where I'm at. That's why I could tell you, I could share this with you with the spirituality of it. That all sorts of upheaval could go on around you, but you are not moved or touched by it. And I'm talking about touched in terms of physically being touched, emotional being touched, financially being touched. But you're touched in terms of sympathy. You understand? You have that sympathy for what's going on and what's happening. And still you're not giving all your energy to that because that's there again what they want to get you distracted from your spirituality and working on yourself and being the best version of yourself. They kill these people, this a cult, oh, they kill these the Gen Zs in the streets, and none of it is good. None of it is good. But you can't give your energy, your peace to it. So yes, the spirituality of Kenya is very, very powerful. And that's why a lot of people are drawn to it. They don't even, a lot of people don't understand why they are so drawn to Kenya right now. Why is the UN drawn to Kenya? They understand. The heads that be, the powers that be understand. Why in 1946, was it? 46, between 46 and 47, those ones that say that they are Jews, this is where they wanted it to come. Between Kenya and Uganda, right on that border of Kenya and Uganda. This is where they wanted, this is where they want to come. That's why they call that place up there the Middle East. That in the Middle East, that's Northern Africa. But Kenya is very spiritual. I'm telling you. And the spirituality is very powerful. There was some ancient beings in this land before the Kikuyus came, before what you call this, the Luos and the Luyas and all this different stuff. There were other people in this land that were so super spiritual. A lot of them didn't die off. Hey, they didn't die off. A lot of them just went deeper into the mountain and hiding inside there, living in a whole totally different ecosystem. Yeah, I said it. There is so much spirituality to this place. It's unbelievable. They're living at 125. Oh man. Walking. That's walking with a walking stick, but walking. There's some old people among us in this land, on this continent on the whole. But right for now, I'm talking about Kenya. When you watch Indiana Jones, when you watch Tomb Raider, when you watch, oh my goodness, so many other movies, you'll see a little bit of Kenya. You hear a little bit of Swahili before I even knew Swahili, what Swahili was. And you didn't understand. They tell me Kenya is the cradle of life. They tell you they don't know where the people who were occupying Gede is a place here, an old ruined city. They don't even know where they disappeared to. People just disappeared and leave the whole little town. That's how spiritual this place is. And so I encourage you to take time with yourself. Seek direction from yourself, from your higher self. Where it is, don't get stuck. Don't just live this life and then leave and not explored outside of the little village, the little city, the little town, the little neighborhood that you was born and raised in. I encourage you, if you don't want to leave the continent of, you don't want to leave America, but you was born in Tennessee and you've never been to Atlanta, to Georgia, you've never been to Mississippi, you've never been to Montana, and you got a vehicle and you could just drive, see your nation. You may live in the Bahamas and you're born in Nassau, but you've never been to Abaco, never been to Eleuthera, never been to Bimini, never been to Grand Bahama, in Nawa, Exuma. Explore. The Bahamas is spiritual. Everywhere is spiritual. But because today I'm just talking about the spirituality of Kenya. But everywhere has its level of spirituality and powers. But we just think it's in a four wall called a building with a name called church on it, or four walls of a building called a mosque, or four walls. So much more. The spiritual thing is far greater, far deeper. What our eyes can see, or our minds can even fathom and believe. I never thought in all of my born years and all of my years of working in ministry, never thought outside of Christianity, never opened my mind to fathom anything outside of Christianity. That was a taboo. That's a ah. That was a no. But now I realize there's so much more to this life. And I understand now the message of the Messiah. Know thyself. The kingdom of heaven is within. I understand that message. It's so more spiritual than a building. understand that message that says love. Oh, I'm telling you. So I've tapped into another realm, dimension, level, whatever you want to call it, of who I am spiritually and the power that I have. And the power that everyone has that I come in contact with, because whenever whoever you come in contact with, there will be an exchange taking place. You don't never just come into contact, come into the presence, talk with somebody, and there is no exchange. There is an exchange happening, whether it's positive or negative. There is an exchange. Whether you walk away depleted or you walk away more empowered, there is an exchange. This is how spiritual it is. And so I encourage you. I encourage you to truly go within, truly understand the kingdom that is within. Don't be afraid to sit and hear your inner thoughts. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to hear yourself think and the thoughts that would run across your mind. Don't downplay it. Don't downplay your size. Don't people. I used to say, small up yourself. Sit small. Tell your name called. No, you ain't gotta sit small. Tell your name called. You got to know who you are. Sit with yourself and know thyself. And so, Kenya is very spiritual. It has a whole lot of power that you can come and absorb, alchemize, and make it work for your highest good. Or you could come and you could allow it to destroy you. Because it's both ways. You can make it work for you, or you can let it destroy you. And so I encourage you to come and allow it to work for you. Where this can, like I said, I could talk about Kenya, but you go where you're being led. And I am eternally grateful. I'm eternally grateful. I don't take this opportunity for granted. I don't. Because this opportunity, many may want it, but it's only allotted to a few. Or I should say allotted, only a few take advantage of the opportunity. It's like somebody come and tell you, here's a key to a safety deposit box. It has $1 million in it. And you take the key, and you say, okay, and then you take the key, just throw it on the counter, throw it on your dresser, throw it somewhere. I never take that key and go and access the safety deposit box and get the $1 million out of it. But then, when somebody else who gets a key and go and access their safety deposit box and get their million, you get mad and you get angry when you have the same opportunity to do the same thing and to become. It's a serious thing. It's a serious, serious thing. You know, to operate at that level, to operate in that magnitude, to function in realms and dimensions, to know thyself and not worry about what somebody else, he say, she say, they say. No, my dear. For the past several years of me being here, I sit, I watch, I observe, and I understand the power that is here and the peace that you could obtain in the midst of all the other stuff that is going on. I'm not ignorant to what the media is saying and the fact that there are some things happening, there's some blood rituals and there's some killing and there's some murdering and all these different things happening. I am aware. As I said, the spirituality could be used for good and it could be used for evil, or what we call evil. It's up to us and how we tap into it and how we use it. Because the Savior, the Savior you're waiting for to come and save you is you. Only you could save you. There can be rises and falls of kings and or even these messiahs. Think about if Yahushua was a messiah, right? He didn't come to save nobody. He come to enlighten people to who they were. Those who know Simone Toko, he didn't come to save nobody. He came to enlighten people of who they were. When you know Kim Pavita, she didn't come to save nobody. She came and she enlightened people of who they were. Kim Bangu, he didn't come to save nobody. He came to enlighten people to who they were. That's the spirituality. That's who we are. We come, we walk, we enlighten people, we wake people, we say, hey, this is the way, this is who you are, this is the power you have. Walk in it. Walk in it. Embrace it. No longer deny who you are and the power you have. And that's what I love. Let me say this again, Kenya. The powers that be, the elites, know the power, the spirituality of Kenya, and they are trying their best to hijack it and suppress it. They're trying their best to hijack it and stagnate it. They're trying their best to hijack it and stop it. But they won't be able to. Not this time. Not this time. The more they fight, they press, the more people are waking up. And this will be the generation of them that has such power, such resilience, such tenacity that they will not bend nor break to anybody's system anymore or dance to anybody else's drum but their own. That's the power of what's happening. Whether people want to believe it or not, whether people see it or not, the changing of the gods, as they would say, has already transpired and occurred. And those that know that they have a part to play, and I did a tribute to Nabi Jonathan the other day. He played his part. He sounded that alarm and he said, Kimbo, Kimbo, Natan and Zambi, Yamazulu, Betu Abu Benabetus. Siami family, is it well with you? That was a clarion call in 2019. And then Jerusalem was another clarion call. Wake up to who you are. I know other people may have had different encounters of awakening, but I know for me, Nabi Jonathan did his. We all got to do our part. Walk and be the light that others would want to follow. We don't have to persuade no one. Good leaders don't persuade people to follow them. They live, they do by example. Anyway, I trust that each and every one of you are doing well. Thank you for listening in to this live. I trust that I have said something that would quicken somebody's spirit to go deeper into themselves, to truly seek who they are, not who somebody else told you you are, because you are much more powerful than you think. You are in this world, but not of this world. We are spiritual beings having this human experience. We say these things, but do we understand the magnitude of that? Do we understand the magnitude that we are not just humans? We are not just humans in this body. Yeah, human to be in this body, this hue, but we are spirit. And so when the spirit leaves this body, where does the spirit go? People say heaven or hell. That is not true. Because kingdom of heaven is within. So if it's within, that's a whole different, that's another topic for another day. But please, Kenya, it's very powerful, very spiritual. And I'm grateful for my time, my opportunity to be here, to be able to share, to be able to invite people to come to the continent, to come to Kenya specifically. Yeah. Hey, but you got 53 more countries, that you can visit and find a place that you fit to ignite your spirituality. And so that was what came to share. And we must understand, overstand, and understand the spiritual climate that we are in. Information cannot be put back into the box. It's like when you have a Coca-Cola soda and you shake it up and shake it up and shake it up and shake it up and shake it up, and then you open it and it just spew all over the place. You can't put the soda back in that bottle. And that's how the spirituality is now. It has been shaken up and it cannot be hidden anymore. You go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, you go to Instagram, you go to the information is everywhere. Whether you believe in the Anunnakis, whether you believe in the Pleiadian, whether you believe in Jesus, whether you believe in the devil, spirituality is everywhere. It's just up to you to tap into you. And that's it. And that's all. And so when I say Kenya is spiritual, it's very spiritual. All of these tribes, 42 tribes migrated here. 47 counties. And when I look at the number 47, when you add the 4 plus the 7, they give you a master number what? 11. 11 is a master number. That's another story for another day. But anyway, family, take care of yourself until next time. And as I continue to say now, as I am on this enlightenment journey, be gentle with yourself because you are on a journey. Much love, family.